Well, hello, beautiful people. How are we doing today? We are back at it once again with the book 3 Feet from Gold. And this is a continuation of chapter 21. But I'm also going to go into like a little bit of just a recap and review. For those who maybe didn't get a chance to watch all the videos and really understand the progress. I mean, there was just so much that was covered in this book. And the thing about this book, and again, um, I think yesterday I asked if you guys had actually ever read the book Think and Grow Rich, and just understanding a little bit of that backstory of times were like when that book initially came out, and then ultimately we led to this book. Um, it was done in the early 1900s. The book Think and Grow Rich, and Andrew Carnegie basically had this theory that um, because it's always been known, and this is nothing that we don't already know, but there's been situations where people have figured that you're born into success, and it takes royalty and pure bloods, what they used to call it back in the day. If you watch the Titanic, you'll understand the the classes that occurred, very early back then. And so even today, I mean, you see that primarily most of the wealth is accrued by a majority of the 1%. And this is all kind of really just set up by design. It still goes on today, but I mean, we have more information out there. And one of the things that was a huge breakthrough at that time was um, the theory that Andrew Carnegie had at the time. Now, if you don't know who Andrew Carnegie is, he was the wealthiest man of that time. Billionaire. I mean, equivalent probably now to a trillionaire in the steel industry. In the and he was friends with the most influential people in the world, and kind of like Jonathan Buckner, John Buckner, and how he had his circle of friends, right? And even though Jonathan was not a real character in the book, it's kind of like along the same lines. And Andrew had a theory. He basically figured that it's not just your DNA. It's not just you're born with this, and it's based on royalty and pure blood and all the things that a lot of people, especially in that upper class, that were told to believe. It wasn't the case. He believed that anybody who was given the right information, as long as they were given that information, they were able to create success just like anybody else, because we're all human. And he wanted to test that theory. He already knew the answer, but he wanted to test the theory, and that's when he went out and actually, um, put out he put out a internship of a lifetime, um, and he wanted to find a journalist who was extensive with their notes, and so that's how he discovered Napoleon Hill. And the key was that it was going to be 20 years with no pay whatsoever, but he would have given them access, basically a Rolodex of all of the most influential people that Andrew Carnegie knew, and they would interview them, not knowing exactly what was happening, but just follow them for like a week and take extensive notes and learn and just mm, you know um shadow these influential people, these wealthiest people in the world. And what Napoleon Hill discovered was that there was a success formula amongst everybody. And the book really does this book, 3 Feet from Gold, really does tap in on it, because, and it goes back to like what I was saying before, how you are, we're usually built mindset wise to, as soon as we hit adversity, we want to quit, right? But the success in the secret formula is just not to. It's to continue to go, have 100% passion for what it is you want, and then just keep moving forward. And you also have to have a clear vision, and even when it seems like nothing else. And that's really where faith comes in. and understanding what that truly means. And so that book, Think and Grow Rich, changed, so many people's lives. And so now we have this book, similar tone, but we're learning about modern, um, entrepreneurs, CEOs, people that have basically all continued on from this success formula and made a huge success in their lives by using the same principles that was taught in Think and Go Rich and now being passed on to a modern generation, which we have here now. And the book is just so fascinating because all of the characters are real. Like I said, the only characters that aren't was Jonathon Buckland. Um, but Don Green, he is actually the foundation, the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Dr. Greg Reid, he is also Mia, if I'm not mistaken, she was also fake. So I don't know, maybe Greg didn't want to get into his personal life about a woman, but they figured that would be a part of it. And then his brother David actually was not part of the original um, telling of everything, but everything else was real. The interviews, meeting the people contributing to this book, even the challenges that he faced throughout just to get this book published, and then eventually working with Sharon Lechter, all of those things were true. And just reflecting back on this book, and then also having read Think and Grow Rich, I mean, this is it, you guys. I mean, I wish I could give you some more profound information to say, hey, there's some insight, but it really just comes down to basic principles and you going against your own comfort, and understanding that you're not going to be able to figure out what your success, how you're going to get to your success. You just know that it's going to happen. And right now you are 3 feet from gold. And as long as you have that passion, that drive, that 100%, I'm not going to quit no matter what obstacles are thrown in, and then just have that burning desire to want to create and finish something, you are going to be successful. And it's not a matter of if, it's just a knowingness that you have to know, but it's not going to feel like it if you're looking at your progress, right? But it's the whole concept again of like you're planting a seed, you give it water, you give it sun, everything that it needs. That means knowledge, that means um time, action, effort, right? All those things, that's your sun, that's your water, and eventually that seed will grow into a plant, but it takes a while, and it's going to take it's not going to happen overnight. And understanding, but the more you see the end result, which is this plant or this tree that's going to eventually grow, it will happen. When it happens, that's not up to you to decide. And how it's going to happen, it's not up to you to decide. You don't understand how these processes work. We don't even understand. It's not for us to. And the whole point is, the more you try to disrupt the process, the longer it takes. So it's just more about surrendering and making sure that you just don't quit. So I wanted to go into just the last part of a couple of things because I know they go over a success equation. So I wanted to bring that up. But let's go ahead and just play that part here really quick.
Fronting fear and doubt, too. Only stand and wait.
Oops.
May be both profound and genuine, but the true riches of life are far more likely to accrue to those who actively go out and seek them. Seldom does success come marching in accompanied by a brass band in full regalia. More often, it's achieved by those who labor long and hard.
Sorry, I went
waiting for success to
far
arrive,
there.
or are you going out to find where it is hiding? The poet John Milton's words, after of our journey. Greg S. Reid and Sharon L. Lechter.
Here we go. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, here we go. So, closing words.
Closing words. Are you waiting for success to arrive, or are you going out to find where it is hiding? The poet John Milton's words, they also serve who only stand and wait, may be both profound and genuine, but the true riches of life are far more likely to accrue to those who actively go out and seek them. Seldom does success come marching in accompanied by a brass band in full regalia. more often, it's achieved by those who labor long and hard. Golden opportunities are lurking at every corner, waiting for the person with initiative to come along and discover them. Take the initiative, and you will create your own opportunities. There is no substitute for action backed up by a well-thought-out plan.
See, there you go.
Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill, you guys. All right, so this is what I wanted
Appendix.
to cover.
Define your own personal success equation. You already have the talent and ability to create great success in your life. The success equation in 3 Feet from Gold will show you how. Combine passion, something that makes your heart sing, with talent, something you excel in. Multiply it by the right association, successful people or organizations, and action. Concrete steps you can take toward your goal, and then add your faith, the unwavering belief in yourself, and you will have your own unique success equation. If you don't already have a journal, get one.
Get one.
Creating your success equation can be your first entry.
Okay, here you go. This is it.
Passion. In your journal, take a page and make a list of 10 things you are passionate about. Sharon's might include X and Y. Greg's might include A and B. What does your list include? You may need to get help from your friends and family who support you in coming up with things that really get you excited, but you might consider irrelevant. What are you passionate about? What makes your heart sing? Think about the times in your life when you have been most fulfilled. What were you doing? Talent. Now, on another page, make a list of 10 things you are really good at. Are you a great communicator? Do you have a knack for numbers? Can you cook or draw? What do you excel in? What are your talents? Now, ask a friend to remove one item that least describes you from each list. Repeat the process with several friends, either as a group or individually, until you have one item remaining on each list. My passion, my talent is association. Association refers to the people and organizations you surround yourself with. Think of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Do they support you? Are they successful? Do you need to change your associations? List the names of 5 successful people that you personally know. Describe what makes these people winners in your opinion. Make another list. What associations could help you apply your talent and your passion? Think of groups of people, businesses, age groups, sports that could benefit or assist you in pursuing your passion and talent. Now, search the web for your passion and talent. What did your internet search turn up? If you're overwhelmed by the search results, start narrowing your focus until you find something that intrigues you. Any new ideas? Look at the list of associations you listed and pick one. Make a call to see if you can be of service to that association. Ask, how may I serve you?
There it is.
Action. Making a change requires taking action. Are you really committed to improving your life, or are you just attracted to the possibility? Look in the mirror. For things to change, you must change.
Yes, that's it.
Faith. This is often the toughest part of the equation to master. Having faith means believing in yourself and your idea, despite the obstacles you may encounter. Remember. Take a moment to remember the low points and the high points in your life. Reflect. How did those times impact you? How did you respond? Did you have support from your friends and family? Recognize. Recognize that almost all successful people also have low points as well as the successes in their lives. They learn how to persevere and succeed through those low points. You can too. Acknowledge. Acknowledge that you can persevere and can find the right associations. Act as if. Have the faith that your personal success equation will drive you to incredible success and start taking action every day toward that success. Remember, in order to plan a course for success, it helps to know where you are and how you got there. There's a saying, your life is the sum total of the decisions you have made. Let's review your past in order to create your future.
Love it.
Have you ever felt that you were at a dead end? How many times have you heard no? Did the no deflate you or motivate you? Take a moment and remember it. Where were you? How old were you? How did you feel? Remember a high point in your life, a time when you felt like a winner. Where were you? How old were you? How did you feel? Reflect. When you were at your lowest point, did you feel like quitting? Did you quit? If so, why did you quit? If you didn't quit, how did you recover? What did you learn? Take a moment to write it down. Now, measure your own stickability on a scale of 1 to 10. Think again about the times you quit. Were you truly committed to the goal or just interested? Every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Are you open to new ideas? Recognize. Record the 5 nuggets from 3 feet from gold, which made the greatest impact on you. Now record the experts who shared them and the challenges they faced. Rank their stickability on a scale of 1 to 10. Hint, they are all 10s. Acknowledge. Do you know what your life purpose is? Do you know someone successful who shares that life purpose? If so, who? Are you ready to choose your own path? Are you ready to develop stickability? Are you ready to be part of the 5% who succeed? Act as if.
Yes.
Each day, ask yourself if you're moving toward your goals or away from them. Record the steps you have taken in your journal. Have faith in yourself and the outcome and start moving toward your goal. Write a mantra for yourself. Repeat it to yourself while you look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and repeat, I can do whatever I choose to do and succeed. Say it again and again and again. You may have just found your path. Remember, it takes time to be an overnight success. Your personal success equation now looks like this. The sum of P plus T times A plus F equals your success equation. My passion is, my talent is, my association is, my actions will be. I have faith in my success. You are now 3 feet from gold. Congratulations.
Love it. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys were taking notes on that. Great equation. Definitely take the time, if you guys haven't, go back and watch this video so that you guys can do these things. This is what it's going to take. And if you notice, there was a part in there where he literally said, like, is this something that you're truly passionate about, or does it just sound like a great idea? And that's the difference. Because if this is not truly your passion, go find out what it is. Take the time to do these things. This is what you are visualizing and learning all this work for, is so that you can create your success, but you want it to be solid. And this is expert advice right here. If you guys don't get anything else from this book, this equation, this is the thing to get, and never quit. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing this. I'm definitely going to be I don't know. You guys tell me if you guys want me to continue to do books. I really enjoy the books. But I also want to, just recap, talk about certain different things. I'd really like to know what people are feeling and what you're going through, and maybe see if I can assist in that way. And just kind of do this together, because I want to make a community for you guys and together. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to keep pushing videos out here every day, and something will stick, because that's my commitment to you guys. So if you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this great content. And until next time, you guys make it a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.